Hi, we're Owen, Lynn, and Maggie of Van Trekking Lifestyle. We recently sold our Travado and got a Revel. Many of you ask us why. One word, adventure. Now that we have our Revel set up and ready for travel, we hit the road for our longest trip yet. In this week's episode, we'll take you along for the ride as we enjoy coastal sunsets, fresh seafood, and a chilly bike ride. And we take the van on her most challenging road yet. We're glad you're here. Welcome. Well, good morning. Jeez, it got cold here in our little foothill town. Further up in the mountains, they got 1 to 2 to 3 inches of snow. We're heading out for another trip. We thought about heading that way and camping in the snow, but I don't think it's worth it for 2 or 3 inches of snow and all the mud and everything else. So we're heading that way. What's that way? Well, the lower part of South Carolina at the beaches, and then about as far as we can go in Georgia. We're glad you're along with us. Let's get out of this cold weather. Maggie, let's go for a trip. Come on, let's go. Hop, hop. Come on.
Hop, hop.
There she comes. Go ahead, one more. Hop, hop. Go ahead. Go. Well, we're off 5 hours of driving today to get to Beaufort, South Carolina. If you're in North Carolina, they call it Beaufort. I don't know, they're spelled exactly the same. I worked really hard to make sure I didn't spill anything coming up the driveway there. I still spilled my drink all over the place in the door. You have to be careful about that, don't you?
You do.
And I was holding it and everything coming up the hill, but yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I hit a bump and it went flying.
It was pretty full, but the lid was on it, so even if it has a lid, sometimes that doesn't keep it from spilling.
Our first stop today, I guess, will be so that Magpie can stop at a blue sign, and you'll see us shedding clothes as we get further and further south.
We were thinking about staying here and trying to go to the mountains again and see if we could find some snow, but we decided to go somewhere warmer.
It's going to snow many, many times here, I think, and
so.
so maybe we'll get to go in the mountains when it's actually a blizzard. So, well, off we go.
I need to get a picture of what you look like. Is that how you wear your boggin?
What's wrong with my... Oh, wait a minute. Look.
One of your ears are getting cold.
I don't like wearing toboggan. I don't like wearing masks. My glasses fog up. Let's go where it's warmer. So we've just about got the garage area set up as a lounge. We put a small table in here.
Yep.
And we're stopping to eat lunch. Pretty cool, isn't it?
It is really cool.
It's really awesome. I put my gloves salt water. She
Smelled the fish. Well, it was a little fishy
smelled the
smell.
salt water out there, for sure. She was like, I smell something. Good place to watch the sunset?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. He is, isn't he?
We decided we wanted to stop and let Maggie go for a walk and take us also for a walk. So we found this little beautiful park right in the middle of downtown Beaufort. It's called the Henry C. Chambers Waterfront Park. And it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Lots of sailboats out here for me to drool over, and it's really pretty. Maggie loves it, and we do too. We're gonna walk here for a while, and then we're gonna go find a place to, I guess, sneak in and sleep somewhere in the van. This morning as we were leaving, we were wondering if we made the right decision to head towards warmer weather or to head towards this little bit of snow that we had in the mountains. And you don't know, salt water in the air, I just love it. It's just something it's really, really precious to me. There'll be plenty of days that we can go sit in the snow, but days like this, they're pretty precious to watch this kind of sunset.
Keep thinking about that big sky I've seen so many times before, but it's something else today.
We're loving the van. We found a little restaurant here right on the water. We ordered with the Google app and paid there. Lynn went in and picked it up, and now we're parked over next to the water. And look at what we're doing.
New England clam chowder.
One of our favorites.
Yeah.
Skewers of shrimp, sweet cornbread, clam chowder for me, our drinks, and we have a view.
It's dark.
We can still see the sun setting over there though. It's awesome. So this is where we parked to eat dinner tonight. Had a really cool view of the inlet. You can see there's boats all around. Well, guess where we ended up parking to spend the night?
Walmart.
Why did we do that?
Well, we didn't get here till late. We traveled most of the day, drove most of the day. We stopped a lot. We found a nice place to walk Maggie in downtown Beaufort on the waterfront park, and we grabbed something to eat. And you know, it's dark outside, and we just don't feel like it's
worth the money to go pay for a campground.
Right.
When you can stay for free in a safe place.
Right.
And we need a few things from Walmart in the morning anyway, because I had a little bit of an issue with the way the griddle was tied on. So
you gotta get something better.
I'll run in and get something better to latch that thing down. So how did you find this?
RV Parky. We did not find it on Overlander. We found it on RV Parky, and it got good reviews, and people say it's safe, and you actually have to park. There's a gravel parking around the actual parking lot, so you're supposed to park on the gravel. So
and we're parked there. It's in a nice little dark place and right up against the woods, and we should get a good night's sleep. That's where we're going to leave you today. We'll wake up tomorrow and continue on a little bit further south. Until then,
sweet dreams.
It was dark when we got in here last night, so we couldn't show you where we parked. But if you can see, all around me are these little gravel pull-offs. And then there's greenery on our case. In our case, there's woods on the other side of the van. And so it lets us pull off here, and we got a good night's sleep. We got down to 34 last night, but we stayed really good and warm.
Good morning.
Good morning. Nothing like waking up in a Walmart parking lot.
I know.
One of the nicest Walmart parking lots that we woke up at, though, I believe.
I think so too.
Maggie,
Definitely off in the back of it, nobody around, was no noise.
We're planning our day. We plan to go ride bikes here in Beaufort, but it's 44 degrees outside right now, so we may head closer to the next destination. Let me show you something else that we get every day. When you turn the heat on, it's a little better right now than it was, but man, the condensation builds up on the windshield, something fierce. If you know how to keep that from happening, how about letting us know? I bet someone who watches us has that figured out.
Yeah.
How did we sleep last night?
It took me a long time to go to sleep.
Bed was comfortable though.
It was comfortable. I was just hurting.
One thing that happened last night that it took us by surprise is I got up to get in bed, and I was the last one to get in bed. And there's a little step there, and Maggie went over and put both feet on the step, her front and back paws on the step, and then tried to put her front paws up on the bed, and looked at me like, I can't make it. So we put her in bed, and she immediately went to our feet and went to sleep.
Yeah.
And then that wasn't comfortable. There's just no room for us to move around. So we tried to move her, and she was growling at Lynn saying, don't move me, I'm comfortable. So finally Maggie had to get down. There's just not enough room.
Yeah, but she wanted down. She does that at home too. She
gets hot.
She gets hot, and she goes downstairs, and she just does her own thing. So
yeah, we had gone to sleep, and all I remember was Maggie was sitting right there at the little place to get off the bed, and she was sitting there looking out, and every few seconds she would go and that's what woke me up.
So we put her down there, and she slept in her bed the rest of the night. So
it is she's worth it, but all her things make it a little bit tighter in the van.
But she is a little space heater though.
She is. That's true. Not a cloud in the sky. I think we may try to ride our bikes. I think that might be a good thing. Let's go ride over there and see what it looks like.
All right, let's go.
We'll do that. All right. We brought them. We may as well use them.
So we're going to go on the Spanish.
Spanish.
We're going to go on the Spanish Moss Trail this morning, and hopefully we don't get too cold.
Whew.
But it looks like the cover rode really well.
Yep.
We backed into our parking spot. Owen's going to take the cover off. I might have to go help him here in a minute. It straps on at the bottom, and plus the rack itself has a bottom on it, so it keeps a lot of the road dirt off of the bikes. We did strap Maggie's carry-on onto the ladder, so we'll be able to take her too. So it does take a little bit of time putting Maggie's little wagon together.
Yeah, in the trailer, this thing is already together and ready to roll.
Yeah. We have to take the wheels off and then put it back together, but I think it'll be worth it. You ready to go?
If there's any doubt as to whether she really wants to go. This is a well-maintained, perfect little bike trail that is part of the Rails to Trails. This used to be a railroad track that came by that little packing company we just stopped at. And we're going by a lot of water, a lot of inlets here. It's really beautiful.
So this part of the trail is temporarily closed, so I think we're going to turn around and go back the other way. Good?
That's good with me.
So since we had to turn around because part of the trail was closed, we stopped back by the van to get some more clothes. Like Owen put on his vest under his coat. He's got a toboggan, getting some gloves, drinking some of his coffee. We're ready to go again.
Right. We aren't making it very far before we stop every time. Most of the time it's my fault, but we had to stop and let Maggie walk around and just enjoy this too. We're at a little bridge that goes over a little creek that comes into here. I think the creek is Battery Creek, and people are out here fishing, and it's just beautiful, isn't it?
It is really pretty.
We were just saying that we're proud of ourselves because, as you can see, we're really covered up because it is cold here in the wind and by the water. But we made ourselves get out and do this. And
Yeah.
I'm glad we did, aren't we?
We are, yeah. It's really nice. It's a nice white trail and getting our exercise early.
Feeling is pretty good. He's fishing with 2 rods at one time. That's something. Little trout.
Yeah, try.
Awesome.
So someone suggested that we open the front part up and actually hook Maggie to the little harness they have in here in the little wagon. So we're going to try that and see if she likes it better. That was an awesome ride.
That was great. I think Maggie likes being in the open like that. That was a great suggestion. Thank you very much for that. Where to now? People ask us all the time, are there places you go now that you couldn't go before? And has the Revel made a difference in what you do? Right now, Lynn's going to show you what we're heading down into. Driving over the bridge, I saw this place, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a walk in the park to get to it. But I'm going to put it in 4-wheel drive, and we're going to go down to the water's edge, and we'll see what's down here. Get a little mud on the tires. Wow.
I'm not sure about this right here.
I know. this is a spot that in the Travado, Lynn would have put her real foot down. She would have put her foot down and said, no, we're not going. But we're going to go across this. Okay, so this is going to get a little muddier here. No way we would ever attempt this in the Travado. And it may be crazy to attempt it in the Revel, but we're going to go through this mud, and we're going to get a little mud on the van, but we're going to head over here under this bridge and see if we can find a place right beside of the water to maybe spend the night.
I'm not sure about this. I have to have more faith for sure. Might be a good place to spend the night, but we've only driven like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty noisy with all the cars going across the bridge. It's pretty nice.
We didn't spin at all, did we?
It didn't seem like it. It seemed like it was a piece of cake in that one place. Pretty cool.
So as it turns out, we could have made it down here in the Travado, but we would not have tried. The reason is, with just two-wheel drive and such a low clearance, you don't really know about places like this. And there were a few spots that I would have had to ride up on the grass or close to the bushes and things. The Revel got us here easily. And people ask us all the time, are there things you're doing in the Revel that you couldn't do in the Travado? Today's one of those things. And it's a memory that when we think back on this trip, this adventure of pulling off this bridge and just saying, where does that road go down by the water? Yep, that's something we'll remember for a long, long time. And it means, I guess, getting the Revel was a good idea.
So what did you think of your little side road trip?
That was awesome. That was just awesome. We
Got your dirt road fix?
for today.
Yeah.
We'll never make it there before dark now, though. That was
That's okay.
that was a little bit more of a little side trip than I planned on, but Maggie and I both love the smell and the sounds of salt water, and we just had to go get them back.
Think you had fun too?
We did. You're welcome. It was fun, wasn't it?
So fun. Oh my goodness. I can't even hold it still.
Happy dance, happy dance.